For what inspired me to be a mentor, I would say it's a number of things. So one was that I've always been interested in teaching in some capacity, and there was a time that I considered doing like a teaching degree and being an English teacher. So it's always been on my radar. Another piece is that I've reflected on previous lab experiences before I ever came to the team and just thought a lot about what really worked for me and what didn't work for me, and wanted to give the mentoring experience that had really worked for me. The third thing is that I've also really always, because research has been so important and such a big part of my life, I've been really interested in removing barriers for women and minorities in science too. So I think that mentoring kind of hits on all three of those things. I would say there have been a few times that it's come up that a mentee has mentioned that in some capacity, they want to continue research in the longer short term. So like whether working with me or working with the team has led them to like say, I want to make sure I keep doing research, or I want to pursue a research career. I want to have research be a part of my career. Like, I think those have been the most exciting and proud moments for me.
Mentor relationship with Brad is very much an equitable relationship. I feel like it's sometimes feels more like a partnership than like a mentorship. And I think that is in part because previous mentors I've had have been or emphasize a lot like the power dynamic, which like it's not very blatant, but it's more like, okay, you do this part of my project and then we'll talk about it and I'll tell you what to do. There wasn't really like a feedback cycle, but with Brad, it's more like he's super supportive and helpful when it comes to questions, ideas, and concerns. And he never really brushes away any ideas that I have. He always tries to incorporate it, which is super nice. And there are times where he has to emphasize the mentorship aspect and like give a little push if per se, like I'm falling behind on covenant screenings or something like that. Or maybe not doing like my red, yellow, green lists as promptly as I should. But he'll kind of mention that, but it's never like seems like a demerit point in his book or anything like that. It's just a little push to kind of mention, like a reminder to do that. He's seems super human to me, so that's always nice in a mentor.
So my mentor is Brad, and I think our relationship is built on like understanding and very open communication, and I really appreciate that because I feel like I can go to him with any problem I'm facing, or like if I'm really excited about doing a new topic, looking into like a different area. He's very supportive, and I feel like both of us together can kind of come up with like a solution or just like discuss it, and I really appreciate that.
I mean, I would just say that I've really enjoyed especially getting to work with them in person, just because I feel like there's been so much more opportunity in the last few months to like, just interact with them in a casual way and like get to know them and joke with them. And we went to that prison conference together last week, and it was fun to work with them all day, but then also just to like be casual and relax with them a little bit too, and just kind of like laugh with them. I mean, because they're all great researchers, but they're all like really funny people. So I think that's been super fun too.
So this is like, I feel like epitomizes how much I appreciate Brad. But last year was my first year on SMAHRT, and like I did URS, and so like everything I've done was related to the class, and like my research project and my proposal was supposed to be timed with like the deadlines of URS. And then so towards the spring semester, towards the end of it, the learning community I was in like emailed about this opportunity, which was basically the sophomore like scholarship or maybe fellowship to conduct your own research. And I found out about it on a very short deadline. And I was a little nervous about doing it because I really didn't know like how to go about it, because you had to write like a proposal that was more closer to like a grant proposal. Brad was just really supportive through the way, like whole way, but it was literally one of the best experiences I had because he really encouraged me from the beginning to do it. And then throughout the process, he like helped me edit my proposal. He helped me like come up with ideas for a different topic of research. And he also edited my paper like a bajillion times, which was so nice. He's like always willing to help me and kind of grow in different areas.
I remember when I first came up with my project, which is on Nexplanon, a birth control implant, and like women's reproductive health. I didn't really know much about it, but I just wanted to explain the idea to people to see if it would be what I wanted to do. And I tried like explaining it to my parents and my friends, and like none of them really got it because, to be honest, like I didn't know much either. But I remember when I talked to Brad about it, he, I think, was more excited than I was, which was always really nice because I think when your teachers are really supportive and like enthusiastic and happy to be there, then the students will just reflect that. That was definitely the case with this project, and it's become like a really important thing to me, and it's kind of driven how I want my career to go. And I don't think if Brad was as supportive as he was, that like change in my career wouldn't have happened. And I think it's also definitely helped with my confidence when it comes to research. So just being able to expand on any curiosity I have and kind of move forward with it is something that I've definitely learned from being one of Brad's mentees. I think because of that, SMAHRT will probably be like one of the best experiences I've had as an undergrad student. And I think that's also really nice because when your passions and like your interests align with your career goals, that's always a plus.